Dear friends, I am the earth. I love them. You are my children. You move on my surface, as they are busy with the pressures of everyday life, and I follow them and yearn to return soon to its essence. I desire awaken them to what you are in essence. Each of you is a journey into the interior of himself. Your soul desires down fully to earth, to merge with your body, live and manifest here. As you look for ways to transcend his humanity, his soul seeks host the embodiment. She wants to be human, totally down to earth, and create a fusion between the soul and the human being. This is your purpose on earth. Today we'll talk about the root chakra, the energy center at the bottom of your spine, the nearest chakra of the earth, and one that is most affected by it. In many people, there is fear that house chakra. If you could see the root chakra of most people on earth, they would realize that it is not full, it is fragmented, or, in some cases, is a void. As a result, many people doubt that they are really at home here on earth. You can really feel safe and welcome here. The earth is a place with a lot of potential for abundance and wealth, and by that I mean a wealth of experience for you as souls. Joy and inspiration can be experienced here, but now there is much darkness on earth. For many centuries, humanity has been a prisoner of illusions and fears that can transform life on earth into hell. So a veil has descended upon the natural wisdom of man. There is a strangeness that hits the core of your being. The ability to live in the true sense of the word, to live in joy and inspiration, can only come from nature, but the human being is placed in opposition to nature. He tried to go over the nature and impose a willful and obstinate manner, a structure in order to the reality of the world around him. But this does not work. You are living in the midst of fragments of an ancient picture of the world which is losing its validity quickly. It is a vision in which the human being is the organizer and manipulator world around them. The human being sought to control nature from your mind and your logic and, thus, became alienated from himself, losing the connection with which it is more natural your feelings and unity with the living reality of nature that surrounds it. Once you lose your connection to your inner life, also loses the connection to the outer life. Develops, then, a coldness, hardening can be observed in many human hearts. At the root chakra of many people, it is clear that they do not perceive themselves connected to earth in a living way, vital, due to fear and repression that lodged there. In previous channels, described as the soul descends to earth. She longs to embody here and down to the deepest level of matter in order to bring light to earth and allow the matter to become alive from within. We talked about the journey through the lower chakras, a journey that begins in the heart and extends through the abdomen to the solar plexus to the navel chakra and finally to the root chakra at the bottom of the spine. It is this chakra that we want to talk about today. How to cure this your part. How to cure the fear and doubt that are there. How to find an answer to the questions: am I allowed to be here? I welcome here? I let my light shine my deeper level, the core of my life? You are very accustomed to adapt to the outside world, including the expectations of society, but now humanity needs people who want to follow a new path, in order to allow nature to relive. I'm talking about nature in me, his mother, the earth, and especially, and above all, the nature in yourself. And you do this taking a new spirit to their hardened and frozen parts, so that they dissolve, become hot and malleable, and can flow naturally again. How to perform this process within yourself. How to observe, accept and release the primal fear that is locked in your root chakra. Today I want to talk about 3 ways to do this. The first is experiencing the beauty of nature. In order to gently reassure your first chakra, or root chakra, or perineum, the names for the same energy center, and induce him to open up and feel comfortable on earth, you need to look for a place in the nature, in which you feel at peace. A place where you assimilate the beauty of nature: trees, plants, flowers, animals, birds, clouds, the sky, the rhythm of the seasons. A place where you can feel admiration for the atmosphere and beauty of nature. If you cannot find a place like this outside, observe a plant or flower pot inside your home. There is always something of nature that can be found in the vicinity. Assimilate its natural beauty, but also try to understand what is this beauty. This is not a superficial beauty, is not an ideal beauty that was determined by others according to human standards of beauty and ugliness. Rather, it is a beauty that comes from its intrinsic nature. Is the life that you experience as beauty simplicity and delivery flowing through a plant or a tree, which is in harmony with the seasons, a bird that sings, the innocence of animals following the course of their leisurely lives? All of this is that touches you. What I ask you is to recognize in nature. Usually you think you're out in nature, harmony and balance that is there, but you're part of it. Try to feel it now, while assimilates the beauty, balance, rhythm of nature, because these qualities want to flow through you too. His mental activity can build barriers against this feeling and tell you that you are not part of it, but you do, yes, because he lives in a body. Admire the body just as surprising nature of something. To do this, you need to start to experience your body from within and not from outside, not focusing on the outward appearance of it and certain standards that he should meet. All these images of beauty set by society is a heavy burden that cause suffering and are fabricated and false. They are so cold and artificial as the mindset that creates and prescribes, they are not real. Just watch the birds and the leaves of the trees. None is exactly like another, each is unique. You do not compare one with the other, but simply observing the natural harmony and balance emanate from nature when you walk through a forest or a beach. The simplicity of nature, as revealed in all its complexity, is what quiets the human being as he walks through it. Now, feel yourself as part of this flow, as part of innocence. You can be who you are, a part of nature. The nature even wants to reveal through you, gay and balanced manner. Then take a step forward, focus all his attention on his own body. You can do this exercise if you want to call it that when at home or when you are in a beautiful area of nature, which is perhaps even better. Direct your attention inward and then imagine that you are as much a part of nature and a beautiful tree. Energy flow through you, and fluid flow in you, who know exactly where to go. Your heart is pounding, your blood is running, and each knows what to do. While your body is a complex organism, all the agencies know what to do, and so they naturally tend to health and vitality. Feel that you are included in the renewing power and healer who is in the nature. There are so many healing currents present in nature and they are all available for your body. Your living cells know what you need because your body is a very wise body. Now consider that your body has its own language. His soul is revealed through him and in him, and this is what the soul really wants to do. The body is not an inferior thing, the body is a wonderful book, a soul manual. Now imagine that this body was given as a beautiful gift of creation. Feel the creation by your body, and how life wants to take care of you fondly. You're so used to seeing your body from outside and criticize it. Feel it now from within. Feel like it comes from an infinite source of vitality and joy, and how you can give form and feed it with the strength that comes from the deepest part of your soul. Note the intense vital force that emerges from its root chakra. See the red around him, or any other color that arises spontaneously. Feel like, from that fire, this intense vital force, a warm and healing stream flows through your body, your legs, your back, your waist. Allow it to flow to your shoulders, arms and hands. Feel anchored on earth, feel your feet inside and how they support me, the earth, and feel the life force that is available in the soil as well. Ask your body, you feel good? Is there anything I can do for you? Do you need anything from me? Just ask, and wait patiently. It may be that your body does not respond to you immediately. You still have to learn how to talk to your body in this way, but know that it is possible to do this. The body is listening to you. You are your driving force, so it is logical that he wants to contact you. Just ask him. Bring your attention to walk gently all over your body. Start with your head. Let your circular attention as a soft whisper, a gentle flow around your head. Imagine that your attention is like a light breeze, which asks affectionately to his body, "It's all right with you. May I help you? You are a wonderful gift. I can wrap it with anything you need." The simple flow of the gentle breeze of your attention already stimulates your cells and makes them happy. They dance in a circle of joy when your attention touches them with his love. Allow your attention circulate your neck and shoulders. Let it flow through your heart, solar plexus, umbilical chakra, and finally back to your root chakra, located on your tailbone at the end of the spine. Note it well. You may notice some image or feeling in your root chakra, may feel an old fear, a gem or block, but not to do anything about it. Only need to be present while this gentle breeze caresses gently. And even if you do not feel anything and did not see anything, it's okay. Simply be present with your attention, because it heals. It is liberating for your body. Your body wants to be seen and heard, not only as a mechanism that allows you to do things. He wants to be appreciated for their beauty. Not only the beauty you see as images in newspapers and magazines, but the kind of beauty of a bird on a tree, or even a sapo on the edge of a pond. This is the beauty of the ordinary way of being, a healthy beauty, with its natural colors and shapes. This is the kind of attention that the body wants to receive your mind. He wants to know that you appreciate. Now, let the breeze move smoothly from your root chakra to her legs down to her knees, ankles and heels, to the soles of his feet, and also to the 10 toes of his feet. And it feels like you are driven by the flow of life. A healing influence is manifested due to the attention that you devoted to your body in this exercise, if you want to call it that, because actually it's just a matter of recognizing the source from which you came. So, you start with the first step, which is to experience the beauty of nature. And then give the second step, which is to recognize that same beauty in yourself, in your own body. You are part of nature, the natural flow of life, so do not have to do anything to get it, because you are it. The third step is to connect with the vitality and vibrancy within you, even reveling to experience the strength, safety and insouciance of your root chakra. And when I say delighting, I mean something different from what you might expect. I ask you to find your inner child, imagining that you are a 5-year-old child. Try not to think too much about it, but just feel the body of this child, your life force, your youth. She is in full development, so it is curious and wants to know all sorts of things. This child still lives somewhere inside you, and I ask you to connect with it and do what the child wants to do. She may feel anxious, that has been repressed, that is afraid, so it is possible that in the beginning it is presented to you by a negative emotion, which seems to contradict the idea of delight. However, what I want you to understand is that this child is your most spontaneous part, the part that is not made of refined and appropriate feelings, according to what he was taught by those who have created and society. On the contrary, this child is your primary part, the part of you that carries its originality, and therefore its most natural and spontaneous part. I ask you to make this visible child. Visualize it. Maybe not form an image immediately, but try to imagine it. Imagine that you are now a child of about 5 years. Take the first image that comes to mind and just watch it. How is this child? You are happy or sad? Are you laughing or seem unhappy? She is cheerful or dejected? It is frightened or feels safe? Reach out for this child and see if she takes. Wait patiently, because you have all the time necessary for this child. Ask him to sit with you and take her in his arms. She may be happy and shoot your arms, or maybe to remain distant because it feels suspiciously. But that's fine too. The most important is that you connect with that child and try to better understand her behavior and discover the deep emotions that may be revealed through it. This is not to heal and improve everything at once. It is to ask the child, what do you want from me now? What would you like to do? Do you need more right now? This is something you can do often in your day-to-day. Make a habit of turning into yourself and ask your inner child what it needs. This is how you connect with the mainstream of life within, which reveals much more easily in children than in adults, whose emotional life is so structured and limited by mental rules. Let your most spontaneous of talk, because she really wants to express itself through you, and in so doing, once again become a source of beauty. But not an artificial kind of beauty, but a unique and wild beauty, as the creek that in some places is very quiet and still, while in others, it is extremely violent, cascading down the cliff. Your inner child is the living water that wants to flow and move. Then allow yourself to be moved by this child. From time to time, make this connection in the here and now. In this way, you bring yourself back to your own being fundamental. It is important that the child feels safe, to experience security in your being, in your root chakra at the base. This means that you can trust yourself to see their deep inner emotions. It means you do not need to hide from yourself, but can face his own fear and forgive and accept your whole being. When the inner child is welcome in you, you will have conquered the world. There will be nothing that you can really happen because you have said yes to life, to the ups and downs, its peaks and valleys. And that is security. Knowing that you are safe, it is not based on the predictability of how things will develop, or the certainty of a good future, guaranteed by the things that you ensure with your mind. Living is truly delivered to the changes, all the unexpected turns that life gives, as a river can find the front and still feel safe. This is only possible if you trust in the course of life itself, not from the mind that observes the flow out, but being the flow itself and at the same time, remaining confident. This is safe and sound, this is the true inner strength, and that you can only find within yourself, in your body, in your child part. Doing this requires you a lot of effort, because it was taught that you should control life through your mind, your mental side. But you are now being asked to return to the source of life itself, and that cannot happen through the mind, but the spontaneity of nature. Make no mistake, nature is not chaotic. In nature it is applied natural laws, but these are very different from those you can understand with your rational mind or through logic. It is a matter of life from the perception of himself, feeling for where the flow of life wherever you go. Stay in touch with your body and with nature. Stay in touch with your inner child and you will see that life also develops according to laws, but laws of a completely different kind, not the logic, but those whispered the greater whole, if you are willing to listen to it. And know that this whole includes you and your well-being is at the center of his heart. You are connected to this whole, and when you really surrender to it, you feel it is guided and supported by something unspeakable, something great and good, something safe, which you can trust. I also do part of this greater whole. Myself, the earth, form a whole with all that lives and grows on me. But I'm just a small part of the larger cosmos, and through it all flows into something that you call God, and I simply call life something that is infinite and indestructible. You are a small spark in this flow, but it is also infinite and indestructible, regardless of the form that you take. And this is what is the real security that you are able to experience here on earth. Feel the spark of a great chain of hot, fluid and loving energy that permeates the universe. I'm with you. I want to bear witness that flow from its truthfulness. Note the beauty around you, which is still visible on earth, the beauty of plants, animals, and the beauty of purity and innocence in you and also the people around you. Note all this again and return to life, and embrace it. Thank you so much for your attention.